After church on Sunday, great sermon on Sunday. I mean, it wasn't the pastor talking about Moses parting the Red Sea or nothing like that, but great sermon on Sunday. Really felt the spirit. You know, my sister sung a fantastic song. Was really enjoying myself in church on Sunday. So, leave service and I go outside to check my phone, check my Twitter, see what's going on with the world, and I check my Twitter. And lo and behold, there were so many people in the name of Alabama football. There were so many people in support of Crimson Tide football ripping Bryce Young on Twitter. I had so many, close friends calling me going, Steven, are you seeing what's going on social media? Why are people bashing Bryce Young like this? It was statements like, I thought he was a stud. I thought he was the real deal. I thought Alabama had the wonder kid at quarterback. He didn't look all that special. He didn't look all that great. He didn't look all that dominant. He didn't look like no stud. He looked lost out there. Man, I thought this was the future. Man, I thought the future looked bright and promising. He was supposed to be on the same level as Tua. What's going on with Bryce? He don't look special out there. People, calm down. Calm down. This was the young man's first game in the SEC on the road against a Missouri team that returned 8 starters on defense, that finished in the top 15 last year nationally in total defense. This was a good team that Bryce Young went up against, and it was his first time out there. I mean, newsflash, people. A lot of people don't get their driver's license on the first try. Newsflash, people. People don't make a 30 on the ACT on the first try. And then when you think about that, they don't make a 30 on the second time taking the ACT either. It takes some time getting that score right on that standardized test. Some folks just don't do standardized tests. Newsflash. People don't ride the bicycle correctly on the first try. You got to be patient with these things. And this is why I've always said this. You never want to hype up or overly hype up a quarterback, because if they don't perform the way you feel like they should, here is what happens. And you never want to be the guy that immediately follows a legend, right? You want to be the guy that follows the guy that stunk up the bed behind the legend. That's what you want to do. I mean, LSU fans are in Tiger Stadium right now cussing from A to Z. Why? Because they felt like Miles Brennan was going to pick up exactly where Joe Burrow left off. Miles Brennan is not Joe Burrow. People felt like, okay, what Tua Tagovailoa did, Bryce Young is going to go out there and just immediately pick up where Tua left off. It's not the case. Tua Tagovailoa is different. He was different. And the first way of why Tua was different, people don't understand how important it is to have those preseason reps in spring ball. Those are vital. Those are important. Those are necessary. And Coach Saban talked about that. Yes, a lot of the older guys like Mac Jones and Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle, those guys might not necessarily need a spring because they've been playing together 2 and 3 and 4 years. The continuity is right there. The chemistry is right there. The connection is right there. With Bryce Young, no spring. He missed out on, the fourth quarter program. He missed out on 15 practices, 30, workout sessions, a bunch of film study things. All of those things are important in terms of getting the team bonding, getting the team chemistry, getting the team balance, getting those reps that you need to be a quarterback. Those are important. When you look at Tua Tagovailoa, Tua was out there, 2017, helping Alabama prepare for the national championship game against Clemson. He had a full fourth quarter program. He had a full spring practice. He had a full off-season summer program. Then he had a full fall camp. There's a reason why Tua snapped the way he did his freshman year. He got all the opportunities to do so. Bryce Young was not granted with those. So the young man has to play catch up. And when you have to play catch up, these types of things, they happen. But he went up there on the field. He was not terrible. Went 5 of 8 passing for 54 yards. He had good throws, a good throw to Jalen Waddle, a good throw to Devontae Smith. How about his first play where Landon Dickerson, bad snap, Bryce Young, he doesn't eat the play up. He doesn't take the sack. He picks the ball up off the ground. He flips it out there to Devontae Smith, trying to make something out of nothing. But no one talks about that. And then Bryce Young has the moments where he pulls the ball down, shows off the athleticism, the running ability, even picked up a first down with his legs. But no one talks about that. It's Steven, where was the stud? Where's the All-American? Where's the 5-star? He didn't play like one. He didn't look like one. He's supposed to be way better than Tua. Where was that Bryce Young? That Bryce Young will come in time. You got to be patient with the young man. It will come in time. He went out there. He had some good plays. He had some good throws. You saw the athleticism. And he was out there, people, with the second and third team offensive line. Just like with Bryce, those second and third team guys on the offensive line, they need continuity. They need chemistry. They need time on the field together. They are playing on the fly and learning on the fly, much like Bryce is. This is why spring football is important. People don't get that. You need spring. You need the time to get that first glimpse of the playbook, then work on that first glimpse of the playbook, then work on building that connection with teammates, then work on building that connection with the coaching staff. Spring football is important. And because Bryce Young did not have that, you saw a guy that was a freshman on the field in his first game against a top 15 defense returning to college football that had 8 starters on it. A lot of those guys on the defensive front. Give the young man some time. I didn't see anybody talking about the great play he made, flipping the ball out to Devontae Smith, making something out of nothing. I didn't see nobody talk about the throws he had to Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith where the ball jumped out his hand and got to those guys in time. I didn't see nobody talk about the athleticism he showed. All people said, but he wasn't the stud, though. He was supposed to be a stud. He was supposed to be out there setting the world on fire. I feel like we were spoiled by Tua. We were spoiled by Tua Tagovailoa. And every quarterback that comes behind Tua, either they're got to be on his level or better than him. And when they don't hit directly on those two areas, then you get the people that groan, moan, gripe, and complain. And we saw that over the weekend. Bryce Young is going to be fine. Bryce Young is going to be good here. This is what happens when you don't have spring football. The young man is playing catch-up. People, cool your jets. Keep your pants on. Everything is going to be fine with him. The very same thing when it comes to Trey Sanders. People are like, what's going on with Trey? Supposed to be a 5-star. He didn't snap against Mizzou. What happened with Trey? Trey Sanders, this is his first game in an Alabama uniform. He's coming off a foot injury that he suffered in August camp last year and didn't play at all last year. So it was first game jitters for him. Then on top of that, same thing. He's out there with the second and third string offensive line that was struggling to block for him. With the running back as talented as Trey is, he needs a lane. He needs a hole. He needs a crease. He needs something. And he did not get that with this offensive line unit on the field. And going back to, remember Damian Harris? Damian Harris, 2015, his freshman debut at Alabama, it wasn't all that sexy either, but what did Damian Harris finish his career as? He finished his career number 8 all-time in school history for rushing yards, 3,070. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So give Trey time also. He is going to be fine. He's back from the injury, First game back, first game actually really playing. He's going to be okay. Offensive line, second and third teamers got to get that continuity. The game itself, there were some good things in the game itself. There was overall good, but there was also some things to clean up, and Coach Saban and the staff and the leadership guys will be cleaning those things up this week in practice. Bama had some penalties. It's got to clean up those penalties, especially the pre-snap false start stuff. Got to clean that up. Bama had some busted coverages, and the secondary, going back to the two touchdowns that it allowed late in the fourth quarter. They got to clean that up with that communication on the back end is concerned. And then there were still some moments where the Tide was arm tackling a little bit. Got to consistently break down and make those tackles. But overall, there was a lot of good there in the matchup, but people, calm down. Bryce Young will be fine. We take our first break here on the show, just getting you started here on a Monday. Upon our return, we get to your phone calls, your tweets, your chats, your concerns, your thoughts on Tide football after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care. In support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99 and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today.
Remember the taste of Grandma's delicious sweets? Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes brings back those precious memories with just one bite. Each cake made from scratch. They make the perfect dessert to share with family and friends for any occasion, and ordering is easy. Visit Emily'sHeirloomPoundCakes.com. Click the online store and shop. Then pick up your fresh cake at the kitchen in downtown Homewood. Order yours online at Emily'sHeirloomPoundCakes.com. Emily's Heirloom Pound Cakes, making memories from scratch.
Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.